Welcome back, once again adventurers, to Let's Play Steins. In the last episode, Rintaro all but walked headfirst into the lion's den by assuming that Rukako from this world line was still male. But as it turns out, the D-mail that Rukako had sent from the previous world line to try and alter his gender from male to female while he was still in his mother's womb appears to have changed. Unfortunately, for his grievous mistake, Rintaro was severely punished by none other than Kurisu. But we are now outside the Braun Tube Workshop, and apparently Suzuha is come out to greet us. Our eyes meet. And she's not her usual cheerful self, it would seem. She's less energetic than usual. I don't know how she would buy that excuse, Rintaro, but I guess it's the only thing we could come up with. She actually seems less than enthusiastic. Suzuha answers listlessly as she sits down on the bench. When she aimlessly gazes skyward, I follow suit. Huge clouds are slowly swallowing blue. A helicopter flies overhead. I can hear its propellers slicing through the air. Indeed it is, part-time warrior.
Huh? So?
But it's so damn hot. How can you exercise on a day like this? I'd rather drink hot coffee in a well air-conditioned room while browsing the net. Now that's a luxurious way to spend summer break. If only the lab had air conditioning. Unfortunately it doesn't. Not in this heat. Rintaro would probably die of dehydration. Seriously? She has to be joking. Yeah, I doubt that bikes can actually fit two people. Indeed, if Tanuji finds you slacking off again, he might actually kick you out onto the curb. Suzuha pops into the store. She's back in less than a minute. Well, considering the fact that today is Sunday, you may very well have a point. And also the fact that, thanks to Favoris' D-mail, which means that all the old electronic stores that were previously consumed by Moe stores are now back in business, I doubt anyone will actually come by the Braun Tube Workshop anytime soon. I try to think of an excuse to refuse, but nothing comes to mind. And yet we were somehow able to fit two on Suzuha's bicycle. And Rintaro is clearly out of shape. Speaking of which, it's actually, now that I think about it, I myself haven't been doing any actual bicycle cycling since I was a kid, really. That was 20 years ago. I'm truly old.
アリストテレスが言いました。時間は運動の数であるってね。
That's a great quotation there, Suzuha, but it doesn't really help.
だから運動した方がいいよ。
That doesn't make any sense. I'm exhausted. We barely made it to the station. I'd die if we went for another block. This was a terrible idea. I should have known better. It was either that or continue to get punished by Kurisu. I get off the bicycle and sit against the station wall. Suzuha sets the bike against the wall and crouches next to me. Sitting on the ground is undignified for a man of my stature, but no matter, I just need a few moments to catch my breath. I watch the crowds of people move past. Nearly all of them are men. Here and there I see people carrying large boxes, most likely PC parts or appliances. There isn't an anime poster in sight. When Akihabara changed, so did the people who visited it. Indeed they have. This atmosphere. It's kind of retro, almost like we've gone back in time ourselves. It's the Akihabara I've only seen in pictures, Akihabara at the end of the 20th century. The electric town in its purest form. I bet Tanuji will be over the moon at this prospect. It has risen from the ashes of the past, and the only one who knows that is me. With our mystical ability of reading Steiner, and I was interrupting Suzuha there. Suzuha murmurs
東
quietly.
京に来たのは10日前が初めてなんだよね。
I didn't know that. So, you haven't actually been there that long. Just over a week.
夏休みを利用した観光ではないよな。
In fact, we don't even know why Suzuha is here in Akihabara in the first place, much less working part-time at the Braun Tube Workshop.
父さんを捜索するため。
Apparently she's looking for her own father, it would seem. That's a strange way to put it.
蒸発でもしたのか。
And Suzuha doesn't seem to want to talk about that particular point. I meant it as a joke, but Suzuha looks so serious. I hope I didn't screw up again.
もう何年も会ってなくて、この町にいるのは分かってるんだけどさ。
So apparently Suzuha's father is somewhere in Akihabara, and that's why she's looking for him.
しかし、ならばバイトなどしている場合ではないのでは。
Probably a very important question. Suzuha works from the Braun Tube Workshop from 11 AM to 7 PM every day. I doubt that leaves much time to search.
当てがないっていうのが正直なとこ。
That's rather unfortunate.
警察に捜索願いを出したのか。
Doesn't seem like Suzuha wants to get the police involved in her family search.
あとは金があるならば更新所に頼むとか。
Indeed, a PI might save a lot of trouble, but then again, this is probably a personal issue for Suzuha.
そんな予算はないな。それにいろいろ事情があるんだよ。
And I believe I was right on that. Apparently Suzuha has her own issues.
一回だけチャンスはあるんだ。
That's ominously dramatic.
そのチャンスが明日なの。
So, tomorrow is the only chance that your father might still be in Akihabara.
明日ある場所に現れるかもしれなくて。
So she doesn't know where he is, but he knows where he might appear. That's a bit odd. Could her father be some kind of fugitive? I stay silent, unable to think of a response.
そのチャンスを逃したら私もうこの町を離れなきゃいけない。
So, apparently that's your only window of opportunity for actually catching up with your father.
離れるとは地元に帰るのか？
I assume that seems to be what she's implying by that.
行かなきゃいけないところがあるからさ。私も多忙なわけよ。
Parallel priority engagement. That's curiously worded there.
もとも
Rather
と
strange
明
vocabulary.
日会えなかったら諦めるつもりだったし。
Apparently, if she doesn't run into her father tomorrow, she's going to give up the search.
不安なのだな。
Rintaro is very perceptive when he wants to be.
わかるぞ、その気持ち。誰も知らないこの町でたった一人で父親を探す。さぞや心細いことだろう。不安な気持ちを紛らわすため誰かに相談したいわけだな。そして身近にいる人間で最も頼りになりそうなこの法王院教魔にすがったわけか。
I think you're closer on the mark than you realize there, Rintaro.
だが残念だったな。俺のような狂気のマッドサイエンティストに頼ったのがお前の運の尽きだ。バイト戦士よ。
That is also true. But I don't think Suzuha's buying the act.
そんなお前は俺が実験台として使ってやろうではないか。
I don't know how Kurisu would feel about Suzuha being the eighth member of the Future Gadget Laboratory, but I'm sure that Mayuri and Rukako might be more amenable.
実験台って
決まっている。時間を遡ることができる人類科学の夢 D メールだ。
I've already explained D-mail to Suzuha before.
お前にはその実験台となってもらおう。
This could be Suzuha's opportunity to change the past herself, although we still have the butterfly effect and chaos theory to take into consideration.
どうするの？
Suzuha takes a step back. She finally realizes the danger that she's in.
何？簡単なことだ。俺は今 D メール検証実験のデータを少しでも多く求めている。お前にも過去を変えてもらうのだ。もっともその変えた過去を認識できるのはこの俺だけだがな。非道だと思うのならば勝手にするがいい。だがお前はもはや俺の毒牙にかかった子羊。逃がしはしない。
I know that Daru would probably be cringing somewhere in an alleyway by now, but because he's usually an indoors type of person, we're probably grateful he's not here.
いいことを思いついた。お前が過去に送るメールの内容についてだ。いいかよく聞け。お前は蒸発する前の父親へとこうメールを送るのだ。娘を置いていくなとな。
Apparently we're planning to guilt trip Suzuha's father, it would seem.
君ってさ、いいやつだね。
But I think Suzuha is kind of calling your bluff there, Rintaro.
な、
になんかちょっとだけ楽になったかも。
She seems to be in much better spirits now, and also an insane mad scientist reuniting a father and daughter is somewhat out of character there.
お前俺を侮辱するつもりか。俺はいいやつなどではない。実験のことしか考えていない狂気のマッドサイエンティストである。分かったならばお前の父親の携帯アドレスを教えろ。教えなければ俺の右腕が火を吹くぞ。ちなみに封印が解かれた右腕を俺は制御できない。お前の命も保証できんと言っておこう。
I think the expression on her face tells me that she's not buying it.
ごめん、無理なんだ。
And she can't exactly. She doesn't seem particularly eager to give us her father's
あくまで
mail
逆らうの
address.
か。
父さんの携帯の番号もメルアドも知らないから。
That's rather unfortunate, and which means that if that is the case, we can't exactly contact him via D-mail.
そう。
That puts a bit of a damper on things. That's a letdown.
まあだからこそ明日にかけてるわけでさ。心配してくれてサンキュー。
So Suzuha has only a small window of opportunity.
心配などしていない。実験台にできなくてがっかりしているだけだ。
And now Rintaro is playing the role of the tsundere.
でもすごいね。メールを過去に送れるなんて人類初のタイムマシンじゃん。
ふん、すごいのは当然だろう。なぜなら俺は法院京馬だからな。
Though if Daru were here, he would tell us that CERN's time machine is technically the first.
アップグレードの予定は？
アップグレード？
そのタイムマシンのアップグレード、例えば人そのものを送れちゃうようになるとか。
Well, we did have a bit of a discussion about that possibility, but we didn't really get around to doing that on account of the D-mail sent by Rukako and Ferris.
検討中だ。
No good ideas yet, though. I think everyone at the lab is still somewhat upset about what happened, though, between Rintaro and Rukako.
作る前に一つ忠告。マキセ・クリスは仲間から外した方がいい。
It seems that whatever grudge that Suzuha Mane has with Kurisu Makase seems to run fairly deep.
そういえばお前、あいつのことをやけに嫌っていたな。
Should probably resolve this issue at some point. But Suzuha seems reluctant to explain any details.
そろそろ工房に戻らなくちゃ。
Probably a good idea about considering the fact that Tanuji might beat you with his belt or his fists for staying out too long. Also, you successfully deflected our
30分休憩をもらっただけだからさ。
question.
そろそろ帰んないと怒られちゃうよ。
I stop Suzuha as he gets on the bike.
明日は父親と会えても会えなくてもラボに来い。
And Rintaro is offering, appears to be offering an orange, and not an orange branch, an olive branch to Suzuha.
なんで？
お前の昇進を利用して D メールを使わせてやる。
さすがマッドサイエンティスト。悪逆非道だね。もし父さんと会えたなら行くよ。その時はみんなで祝福をあげてよね。
We'll hold you to that. Although the likelihood of her catching up with her father is rather slim, so all we can do at this point is wish for the best. She laughs happily. Then she starts pedaling. Leaving me behind. Yeah, probably should have gone with her there, Rintaro.
ちょ、待て
And now
俺
we're
も乗せていけおい
now we're stuck in the middle of Akihabara, and she's already gone, leaving me with no choice but to run back to the lab. Hooray for constant exercise. Now it's late into the afternoon.
作戦名エルドフリームニルの概要について説明する
But before we brief our circle of lab members, we have to have a look at the mail. Part-time warrior, Eureka. Going to infiltrate now. What should I do? So nervous. I can't see my own heart, like peeking through frosted glass. Over and out. And we can't respond to that. Meanwhile, the only lab members unfortunately are Mayuri, Kurisu and Rukako. Daru is not here. We still haven't really caught up with Morika, which we probably don't want to forget about her. Ferris is still with her father, and judging by the expressions on their faces, they're once again surprised by and confused by the name of Rintaro's latest Nordic operation. And Kurisu is most certainly still upset over what happened with Rukako. But I'm going to end the episode there, and when we return we shall see what latest mad scheme that Rintaro has hatched for the use of the phone wave TBA, or some other operation entirely. As always, adventurers, until next we meet.